Hello, welcome to yet another Film Stop video. My name is Jake, and as always, I'm going to ask you to subscribe and hit that notification bell to get more updates on any new Film Stop videos. I'm also going to ask you to like this video if you like it, and go ahead and share your comments down below. Now today, we're going to take a trip down memory lane. I'm going to be sharing my first few photos that I took as a beginner photographer, to kind of get a gist of how it feels, or remind myself how it was when I first got my first camera. I know I've been talking about what makes a good picture in the past few videos, so let's go and see what I was able to accomplish 5 years ago. Woo! Woo! All right, we're opening the vault. All right, the first photo shoot I ever did was with a female colleague back in college. These were the first photos I was really excited about doing, kind of a model kind of photo shoot. So as you can see, the first portrait I ever did, I like the results. These were really good photos. I was very proud of them. What I'd probably put as a side note is I had additional lights for this photo shoot. I actually had some studio lights. There were Vesico lights, about 300 voltage kind of strobe photos. They weren't that good, but they were good enough to give me some good photos. We walked around varied model poses. I was probably looking at a model pose chart, asking her to do this, to do that. She really much obliged, and I really had fun with this photo, or rather with these photos. The photos weren't edited by me, they were edited by a studio editor, who is Dex behind there. So I probably would say we really tried for our first photo shoot. As you can see, our logo is really pasted right there. We were really on the copyright frontier, trying to not get our photos stolen. Yeah, so these photos really were amazing. All right, so the next photo we're going to look at was an event photo. It was a fashion event, actually. What we were required to do was actually take photos of attendees at the event, and also have a red carpet photo shoot as well. Now, with this photo shoot, we also had the same strobe light photos that we had previously, or I had mentioned previously, the 300 voltage Vesico light strobe. There are three strobe lights with umbrellas to soften the light. We haven't spoken about lighting, so I'll probably also look at photos that actually didn't have assisted lighting involved. So looking at these photos, they could have been brighter, I'd say, but for my first photos, they weren't so bad. People were enjoying themselves. The event was culminating with a fashion designer being presented with an award. So most of these guys are actually fashion designers and fashion people, or people who like fashion, I guess. So actually posing wasn't that hard. Finding really good models or people or kind of shots wasn't that hard, as opposed to an event where probably isn't much tailored into how you look as a human being. So I think the most disadvantage for this particular event was my lights. As I said, we'd use 300 voltage lights. I probably would have looked for lights that are much more powerful to be able to give a more better finished look. Otherwise, there are some BTS shots I was actually allowed to take of guys getting to strut up to the runway. And those are kind of photos I was able to do 5 years ago. So yeah. The next photo shoot I did was more of landscape photography. Where I am is Nairobi, so I was able to have a nice cityscape kind of photo shoot by going to one of our tallest buildings in the city, and that was the Kenya International Conference Center. And up there I was able to capture some really good photos of the skyline, mostly trying to get this really good cityscape kind of feel. Yeah, and looking at these photos, I'm really proud of these photos. I've never gone back to do another photo shoot up there ever again, but hopefully for the vlog I can try and do one of the photo challenge, or one of as a video shooting on location. So I was able to get photos of the city park, which is Uhuru Park, and yeah, these were really good photos. I'm not mad at what I was able to do. Yeah. All right, probably the last photos that I'd probably want to talk about was actually a themed photo shoot. We tried and did a 7 deadly scenes kind of theme for a photo shoot. So we were able to look into the 7 deadly sins, that is envy, anger, pride, lust, gluttony. And we were able to set up a low budget photo shoot with one model who was able to reenact all these scenes differently. So we were also getting into the space of using art direction, probably wardrobe and all that. We're able to represent each scene with a different colored scarf. So our models had different colored linens, or cotton linens, to represent each of the scenes, as well as, for example, for our envy look, we just had her looking enviously. For something like anger, we had 2 models, and our main model was able to bring out the emotion of anger through that kind of photo shoot. Gluttony, we were able to buy a lot of snacks, and we just piled snacks all around the model, and we were able to shoot her and showcase that kind of. For pride, I think the pride photo really was a really good photo. Her with her back against the camera. It really was a really fun photo shoot. So I'd probably be looking at more of my portfolio photos as we go down, but this was one of the first photo look that I wanted to do, my first photos as a beginner photographer. So hopefully there'll be follow-ups of my current portfolio and what I get to shoot now as opposed to back then. So thank you for watching this video, and check our next video for any new content. Peace out.